Ah, it's you. Didn't expect to see you up here. I'd have thought you'd be running around with the rest of the crew. Yes. Guess word spread pretty quickly about Finn spotting on the horizon. I was just on my way to give the news to the captain. Oh. Well, we might as well go together then. No, I don't mind. Having you around will probably make talking to Leon slightly more bearable anyway. So, we're finally inside of the island. It's been obvious how close we were for a while now. But now, knowing that we'll be there within a day, it's difficult to wrap my head around. I guess it's pretty fitting though. That storm we just passed through, it's almost as if that was the final barrier. We made it out alive, and now the end is in sight. Feels pretty good. Though I can't help but also be a little sad. We've enjoyed this voyage far more than I ever thought I would. At first, it was all about finding the heart and ridding myself of the curse. But sailing with this crew has been quite a bit of fun too. And of course, I got to meet you. Well, here we are. Brace yourself. Captain, it's Caine.
Enter. Ah, Caine, my man. What a pleasant surprise. Ah, and you have the little sprite with you. My deepest gratitude. I was just about to call for them.
Captain,
Yes, my dearest crewman.
I have a report from Finn. He says the island is in sight.
Oh, did he now? That's quite the piece of news. How exciting.
That's one way to look at it.
Well, we must make haste then. The heart is almost within our reach. Inform the crew for me, would ya? Have them prepare to drop the anchor and storm the island.
All due respect, Captain, but I don't think that's the best idea.
Oh?
No.
And why? Pray tell, would you think such a thing, Caine? Would you happen to know something that the rest of us don't? Because if so, I'm going to have to ask you to share it.
It's not that, Captain. I simply believe we should proceed with caution. This island is unknown territory. We don't know what danger we'll face. So, for the sake of the crew, I think it would be wise to approach this carefully.
Well, well, look at you. Suddenly so talkative. And for what? Just to disagree with me?
Not at all, Captain. I was sharing my opinion, that's all.
You know, you've always been a tough one for me to figure out, Caine. You're usually so stoic about everything, and yet, when it comes to the safety of this crew, you are unyielding. I would think it was admirable, if I didn't already know about your curse.
What?
Oh, no need to look so shocked, big guy. Did you really think I was in the dark about the whole thing? I'm pretty good at research, you know. Everyone I recruit to my crew gets a thorough background check. I'll admit, there's a few members whose pasts still elude me. But you... well, it's very difficult to hide such a bountiful history after all.
So, you know?
I know. Although, I will admit my conclusion about the curse was only a guess. It makes sense though. After all, your aversion to touch is rather obvious. And I've never once heard you talk about your reasons for seeking the heart. Most of the people aboard this ship desire it for material gain, myself included. and most of them make it very obvious. You, though, you're different. In a way, your silence gave me everything I needed to figure things out. I simply put the pieces together.
I suppose you want me to indulge you with the truth, then?
In a sense. Honestly, I don't care all that much about your circumstances. Your business is your own. But I will ask you to tell me the real reason why you're so cautious about this island. You know something about what we'll find once we land, don't ya?
I only have my suspicions, Captain. But I've good reason to believe that I'm correct.
You have the floor.
We don't have time for me to go into detail on my circumstances, but what little you need to know is that they're the result of dark magic brought about by an ancient undersea cult. A cult that I have reason to believe has taken control of this island, and of the Siren's heart itself.
Oh?
You're not the only person skilled in research, Captain. For years before we met, I spent my time learning all that I could of the Siren's heart. It's a mysterious artifact that has led many sailors to their doom. It'd be foolish of me not to learn as much as I could.
Go on.
During my studies, I uncovered many things, and I've been able to confirm most of what I discovered since we started this journey. And I felt the connection to the heart myself. The heart is on the island we're approaching, but I suspect that the sea cult is too. The heart is exactly the kind of power that the cult desires, which is why I needed to lift my curse. But this cult isn't a force we can underestimate. If I had my guess, I'd say they probably already know that we're here, and they'll be prepared.
So, you're saying it's too dangerous for us to storm the island?
Yes, Captain. The most powerful of us would probably be able to fight our way on, but most of the crew would not survive if the cult attacked in full force.
You make a good point, Caine. But I wonder, why should I care about this crew now that my goal has been reached?
What?
I'm a selfish man, after all. My crew are my possessions, and while I take good care of what's mine, I'm not one to keep things around once they become useless to me. What's to stop me from sacrificing this crew for the sake of getting the heart's treasure? Don't look so shocked, little sprite. I've told you before, I'm not a good person. Really, you should have learnt not to expect anything more from me by now.
You don't need to test me, Leon.
Test you?
Yes. I know exactly what you're trying to do, and it won't work. I am not the same man I was when I was a pirate captain. Just as I know you are not the same man you were when we first departed on this voyage.
Oh.
For a long time now, I've seen myself in you. We're far more alike than you'd like to believe, Captain. Maybe in the past you could have been willing to sacrifice your crew for the heart. But you won't do that now.
And what exactly makes you say that?
Because while you're selfish, you're not cruel.
You really are a piece of work, aren't you, Caine? And here I thought I'd be able to mess with you just a little longer.
I'm sorry to disappoint, Captain.
Yeah, whatever. You've been spending too much time with the little sprite recently. I should have known that good nature would rub off on you. Just don't tell the rest of the crew, alright? I have a reputation to protect, after all.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Good man. So, if we're not going to storm the island, what do you suggest we do instead? It's not as if the cult would just hand over the heart willingly.
In all honesty, Captain, I have a feeling each of us aiming for the heart have our own plans on how to get it. Including you. The easiest option for us might just be to sit back and let everyone do as they see fit.
I suppose you're right. Though, what's your plan exactly?
Why, I just want to make things right. I can't ask for anything more than that.
Oh, I should have known. You're a real stick in the mud. You know that, Caine?
Whatever you say, Leon.
Well, I trust your judgment. You are my first mate for a reason, after all. Though, if we do things this way, our journey together will come to an end far sooner than expected.
Yes, Captain.
Not how I pictured it happening, but it was inevitable. I suppose. It seems we're on fundamentally different paths, you and I. Still, I'm glad to have had you on my crew up until now.
I'm glad to have been here, Captain. I think this voyage has done a lot for me, in terms of healing and forgiving myself.
I'm sure. I've seen the growth in you, Caine, and all I can say is that it's been my honor to serve as your captain.
Leon, thank you. I've seen the growth in you too. I know you'll make the right decision on the next step of your journey. And I wish you good luck.
Thanks, big guy. Although, I think much of that growth you speak of is thanks to you. Ah well, I suppose we'd better get a move on. No doubt the crew is itching for the official call to drop anchor.
May I do the honors, Captain?
I wouldn't have it any other way. Well, well, well. Look here, Caine. The little sprite is here.
Huh? Oh, well, that's good.
You want to say the thing?
If you insist, Captain. It'd be a big help to us if you subscribe to this channel. And let us know you enjoyed the audio by giving it a like. We also have a Patreon for our adult fans. You'll find more exclusive audios there at patreon.com/Celesterra. Or, if you'd like a custom audio, commission us at anagomi.com/commissions.
Yay! Nicely done, big guy. Perfect score. Well, we've got to go now. Take care of yourself, little sprite. See you again soon.
Bye.